friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Meg, this is Vlogmas, and today we are doing some gingerbread. I'm calling it a competition. So, I'm calling it a competition. My husband says, no, this isn't a competition, we're doing it for fun, which is a lie because we're both Aries. I know it's a competition for him deep down. He's just denying it. But we have some gingerbread and houses to put together. So I just have a feeling that it's going to lead to frustration. We're going to have some holiday drinks while we're doing this, but you know, like I said, we're both Aries sun, so patience is not our strong suit, and you definitely need that while waiting for, I feel like when you're building a gingerbread house, I've only done it once in my entire life, so I don't know what I'm doing. I don't think he has much experience with it either, but I feel like you need to have patience to like have the pieces dry so like they're holding together and holding up. So let's see what we come up with. I know this is going to be a hot mess, so I hope you enjoy this, but yeah, let's get into our gingerbread making video. Here is what we have going for supplies. We got some extra icing because, you know, the stuff that they give you in these boxes, it's never enough. So we have some red and white icing, and then I just wanted smaller because like it's like so much frosting, and frosting is actually really expensive. So I picked out some gel colors as well. We got pink, red, blue, green. It's really all the store had. And then we have some sprinkles for funsies. And we have two different things. We actually have gingerbread people. I guess it's a gingerbread kid. Probably because it's supposed to be for children. But we have this to decorate. And then we have two different houses, which look pretty much exactly the same. Different brands, but this is Hot Tamales and Mike and Ike's. Interesting. And this just says assorted candy. So we will see what comes
one
of this.
Of the gingerbread kids decorated. It was just simple, so I didn't film it. But that is done, and now we're moving on to the houses. And again, it was so hard to film while building stuff. So here I just took some of that white icing, and while it was wet, I took the star sprinkles for the roof, and that's what I knew. This was going to be an astrology house. And I decorated the side panels as well. I just dotted on the gel icing, which I don't recommend, by the way, because it takes like a day and a half for it to firm up. And even then, it never really dries. And I only got the gel icing because all their grocery store had were like those giant bags of the icing, and they were so expensive. They didn't have like any small tubes of icing, or else I just would have gotten the colored icing instead of gel icing, but they didn't have any, and it was already so much money. So I just thought it looked cute, like little lights on the house, and then I just did a basic outline for the windows and colored the door red since that was the other color that we had. And I used the star sprinkles to make a wreath on the front and back of the house. And now I'm going to put together the little tree and the little gingerbread person that came with my kit. So I got my hands cramped so bad doing this. And a really good tip, especially if you're working with this icing that is like, you know, pretty liquidy and malleable at first, and then it hardens, as you can see for the roof and like the outline on the window and like the doors, it does harden up. So it's really good for gingerbread houses. But while it's still wet and easy to work with, you can kind of just like kind of zigzag fill it in. I know it's hard to see. It's hard to film stuff like this, if I'm being completely honest, especially when I'm left-handed and room is limited. So I apologize. But you can kind of just fill it in like that. And then what I found is a really good technique to spread and fill without using so much icing. It's just taking the flat end of a spoon or any utensil and just filling it in, dragging it all together so it looks like it's completed. So that is a tip that I quickly picked up on while I was doing my roof, and I used it on the door, and I'm using it on the tree, and I will be using it on the gingerbread person. But you'll get to see this come together and the finishing touches that I do on mine. My husband didn't want his filmed. You'll see it at the end, but he was like, no, just film yours. I don't really need or want mine filmed. So that is where we are. I'm going to put on some nice background music while we put the rest of this together, and then I'll be back at the end to show it off and see which one you like better. Let me know in the comments, and also let me know, what gingerbread tips do you have for houses and decorating? Leave them in the comments. This is my second time doing it. I don't think my husband's made one before either, so I would love to hear any tips and tricks that you have. And let me know, what is your favorite way, or if you have like a go-to for decorating a gingerbread person or putting a house together. What are your go-tos? Let us know in the comments. You have to say about your gingerbread house.
It's gingerbread held together with frosting. I think there's some like jelly beans. And there's like mummy gingerbread man with bloody feet. And a tree that's bleeding.
What was your inspiration?
I blacked out. I don't know.
Okay. What do you think about my house?
I mean, I have to be YouTube appropriate. I can't say an elf shit out of Magical Wonderland.
You could say that. That's a compliment. So the inspiration behind mine, I didn't really know where I was going with it until I started doing the roof, and I added these star sprinkles on the roof, and then immediately I knew this was going to be an astro house. So this is like an astrology house, which isn't surprising at all, and I just have that star wreath. So I really like how mine turned out. This is my second time ever decorating a gingerbread house. So let me know, what do you like to do for decorations, and would you enter the Astro house? Let me know in the comments down below. Which one did you like better, the Astro house or the candy house? Let us know. As always, thank you so much for your time and energy in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you tomorrow as Vlogmas is slowly coming to a close.